There you are. Hey, my friends, how you doing? This is the Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat. Glad you're here. I'm going to do this first because I always seem to forget to do this. Let me double check on settings here. Looks like we're good. We are streaming live on Instagram. Cheers to you. We are streaming live on YouTube. Cheers to you. And we are also streaming live on LinkedIn. Cheers to you. All right, I need to turn it this way because I like Snoopy. Hockey, hey, yeah, you bet. He is a great hockey player. I want him on my team. Cheers to you for being awesome human beings and joining us for Coffee Chat. Remember BYOC, bring your own creamer. You gotta, or else I would provide you creamer, of course, but it's virtual, so you gotta bring your own. But cheers. The elixir of life. Maybe it's tea for you. That's okay. But for me, it's coffee. All right. We're looking good. Okay. Our topic today is how to stand out in the crowd. How to stand out in the crowd as an author brand, and especially with your audiobook. Let's talk about that for a second because this is really, really important. Your author brand is everything that encompasses who you are, your belief systems, your habits, your personality, the way you were brought up. That's a big factor. Your sense of humor. These are all things that are part of your author brand. Now remember, as an author, if you've published a book, you got it out there in the world, you are a professional. You are an entrepreneur. So embrace that. It's an awesome thing. And treat your authorship as a business. Doesn't matter whether you write for a living as a professional, which is awesome if you can, way to go. Or maybe you wrote your book during nights and weekends, whenever you had a chance to. Still have a day job? So what? You published a book. You're an entrepreneur. You're a professional. You are an author brand. Your products are your ebook, your paperback, your hardcover, and especially your audiobook. Now remember, part of your author brand is your voice. Your voice makes a huge impact on who you are and allows you to stand out in the crowd, right? This is how you stand out in a crowd. And this is why you need to narrate your own book, especially as a nonfiction author. Now, if you are a fiction author and you've written a book and it's done in more of a narrative style, narrate your own book. It doesn't matter, fiction, nonfiction, do it. Now, I understand if you're a fiction author and you have tons of characters and dialects and all crazy things going on, then hire a professional voiceover, but make the investment, all right? Again, I don't believe in cutting corners because you never should. But to stand out in a crowd, especially as a nonfiction author, to stand out in the crowd, you got to be your true, authentic self, number one, all right? You're an author brand, and who you are and why you are who you are is all part of allowing you to stand out because that's what makes you unique. That is what makes you you. Now remember, as an entrepreneur, you are the CEO of you. You are the boss of you. The decisions that you make for your author brand as a business person need to move your business forward. If your book is not an audiobook, you do need to turn it into an audiobook because it has to be in your voice, as that is part of your author brand, preserving the integrity of your author brand. When you do that, you are standing out in the crowd. All right. You are standing out in the crowd because you are being your true, authentic self. Nobody can replicate you. And don't give me this AI stuff because it is not you. There is no soul. There's no life in AI. And that's cutting corners. Don't cut corners. You're looking for an easy way out. You spent all this money, blood, sweat, tears, everything to create your book and write your book and publish it for the world to read. And the world needs to hear it in your own voice. So why cheapen your author brand by cheapening your audiobook? Don't do it. All right. That's bad business. That's not going to allow you to stand out in the crowd. And we're talking about standing out in the crowd. All right. Oh, by the way, I have a great podcast. Today is live day. I do the Coffee Chat live, which you're more than welcome to comment, chat. Love to hear from you. But I also do the Your Book, Your Voice podcast, and that is tonight. And tonight is going to be a great show because I have a great guest. Kevin Hall, who's an awesome author who's written 3 books already. They're published. He's working on his 4th book. Excited to really talk to him, especially about his 3rd book called Signs. His first 2 books are memoirs of him growing up as a child and living in Shoot, I forgot the first place, but I know the second one was in Minnesota. It's slipping my mind. But the third book it's called Signs, and it's about being aware and seeing signs, especially from people who have passed. And what I love about his book is that he's tailoring it to a younger demographic, teenage years, young years. And this is a really important topic. So Kevin's got a lot of great things to share. He's also in the process of writing a book about how to publish without breaking the bank, which I think all of you would want to hear. So join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. You can join the podcast live. We do it live. So join in the conversation, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Go to the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel at that time and click on and get on the show. All right. I'd love to talk with you. And oh, by the way, all the links for everything that I talk about today on the Coffee Chat are in the description there on LinkedIn and YouTube and on Instagram, of course. Go to my profile page, click that link. There's a bunch of great things there, plus joining the podcast. All right. So just wanted to make sure that you join me for that. It's going to be an awesome show. Now, standing out in the crowd, again, being your true authentic self is number one. Doing your audiobook in your own voice is going to allow you to stand out in the crowd because you're preserving, again, the integrity of your author brand. All right, that's how you stand out in the crowd. The other thing that you need to do is marketing and promotion, right? You do marketing before you launch your book. You do marketing during your launch. You do marketing and continue to do marketing after your book launch. All right. And remember, that does allow you to stand out in the crowd because you're putting yourself out there. Another way to stand out in the crowd is if you do have a book that you've published maybe a few years ago and you haven't turned it into an audiobook yet, do it. It's a great decision. It's a great business decision because that will allow, again, putting that book that you published out into the forefront for people to discover, turning it into an audiobook, doing a whole relaunch, breathing new life into that book, and having people who go to Audible first and look at audiobooks first before they even look at other formats. You're going to put yourself out there and people are going to discover you and you're going to get new fans, new followers, new readers, and new listeners. That's what you need to do as an author. That's what you do as an author brand. That's what you do as an entrepreneur. You keep going, right? You keep going. You keep doing it. You keep talking about who you are, what you do, and putting yourself out there. It's part of being an entrepreneur. You just have to do it, all right? But that's how you stand out in a crowd, all right? That is how you stand out in a crowd, by being your true authentic self, by narrating your own audiobook, and continue doing your marketing, all right? And have a marketing plan and a marketing strategy. Now, if you don't have your book in audiobook form, I would love to talk with you because as an audiobook coach and producer, I have a program that's called Your Book, Your Voice. And it's a 6-week program where I take you and work with you one-on-one, step-by-step through the entire process of setting up your own recording space. I provide you with a professional microphone and headphones and all the things that you need, and not cheapy $100 crap mics or headphones. I'm talking stuff that is worth at least $400. And that's part of the program, and that is what you get to keep forever. It's part of the program. You get to keep it. All right? And then we go through the art of narration, how to do a great narration, how to be authentic, how to be compelling and engaging and keeping that listener on the edge of their seat from opening credits to closing credits. And then as an audio editor, of course, you send your files to me because you need an editor. You need somebody to do post-production on your audiobook. You have to. You cannot cut corners, all right? But I provide that all for you. Make sure your audiobook sounds fantastic, and most importantly, making sure it meets the exact specifications for publication. Because I've seen it before, time and time again. Authors going to either recording it themselves without good equipment or going to a studio and recording thinking that, oh, it's a professional studio, and they spend all this money to do that, and then they upload their audiobook for publication, and it gets rejected off of Audible, Amazon, and Apple because it did not meet the exact specs. That's so important. So I upload for you to make sure that there's no issue with your audiobook and you're 100% guaranteed to be published. Your audiobook will be recorded and ready for publication by the end of the 6-week program. So the first step for you is to schedule a call with me. All right. I talk to you, you talk with me. We see if we resonate and we get you enrolled in the program. It's that simple, but it starts with a conversation. And I believe in talking to you directly, not sending you to some landing page to, scroll forever and then say, give me your credit card. Very impersonal, That's not how you run a business. You run a business on relationships. And we have a business relationship, and I really want to work with you. If you resonate with me and I resonate with you, let's do this. All right. So book your call. The links, again, on LinkedIn and YouTube are in the description. Instagram, go to my profile page, book a call. All right. It's my personal calendar. You will talk with me directly and you will work with me directly. All right. Schedule your call, bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. All right. You can also go to explains about the program. There's sample clips of other authors who've gone through the program who sound fantastic, and they're not professional speakers, but they do a great job. All right. So book that call. That's how you stand out in the crowd. Turning your book into an audiobook, you narrating it yourself, continue your marketing, and just be your true, authentic self. You got to be your true, authentic self because that makes all the difference in the world. All right, my friends, I'm going to keep Coffee Chat nice and short. Another cheers to you for being awesome human beings. Wow, let's do that now. I need another dose of the elixir of life. And my assignment for you, of course, is when you go out and about in the world, smile at a stranger, say hello to them, give them a compliment. It takes you 5 seconds. Blip, done. But that small gesture of kindness can make a world of difference in somebody's life, so be a life changer. And finally, just join me tonight and every Thursday for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Again, my special guest is best-selling author Kevin Hall, and he's got some great information to share about his books and about his life journey. You're going to really enjoy it. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. Links to join the podcast are in the description on LinkedIn and YouTube, and of course, Instagram. You know the drill. Go to my profile page, click on it, all right? Do it! Do it! All right, my friends, have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you tonight on the podcast, and just be good humans, all right? We'll say goodbye to our friends on LinkedIn and YouTube first. Thank you so much for tuning in.